everyone, I'm Miss Rose, and for those of you that don't know me, I am one of the teen librarians here at the Lindenhurst Memorial Library. Thank you for joining me today for our make and take craft. We will be making an upcycled cardboard loom and a friendship bracelet out of some yarn.
For your craft today, you will need the cardboard square and 7 pieces of yarn in your kit, scissors, a can from your pantry, and a marker. Okay everyone, let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your round thing. I like to use the can from the kitchen because when you use the can from the kitchen, if you get marker on it, it is not a big deal. And you're going to take your can and you're going to trace it onto your cardboard scrap with a marker. And once that's all done, you're going to cut your cardboard circle out. The technique that this project is based on is called a kumihomo technique. This is a simplified version of it. If you like how your bracelet comes out today, if you're interested in making other kinds of friendship bracelets, that is something that you want to explore further, there are books that we have here in the library and books available on Overdrive where you can learn more about that technique and other friendship bracelet techniques. I will include a slide at the end with some book choices. Okay. Once your cardboard is all cut out, you're going to need to add slots to your loom. So what you're going to do, what I do is I do a slot on the bottom and a slot on the top. And then I turn it a quarter turn and I do a slot on the bottom and a slot on the top. You could also get a ruler and use a straight edge, but to me it's easier, this just feels easier. And then do 1/8 of a turn and do a line on the bottom and a line on the top. Sort of like you're cutting a pizza almost. You're just not going all the way to the middle. A line on the bottom here and a line on the top here. And the good thing about this simplified version of the kumihomo bracelet is that it's very forgiving, so if things aren't exact, it's not a catastrophe. The tutorial that I got this from was created in Europe, so they said that each slit had to be about 1.5 centimeters. I want to say that that's like 3/4 of an inch, but I'm not really sure. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut all your slots in. And just go around until you end up back where you started, which I thought was here, but I guess isn't. All right, there you go. So now you need to make a hole in the middle. So I like to get this giant notebook to lean on. You can also use your cardboard scraps, especially if you have big cardboard scraps left. You want your hole to be as centered as possible, but again, this is super forgiving, so if your hole does not come out centered, perfectly centered, it is okay. All right, so let's see if I went, nope, I didn't go all the way through. I'm just gonna keep going until I feel myself go all the way through. There we go. Okay, next, you're gonna take your 7 pieces of string, you are going to tie a knot in the top, like that. Let's make sure all my string actually is in the knot this time. There you go. And then, oops, that's probably a little tighter than I wanted to pull it, but that's okay. Then comes what I always think is the hardest part, which is getting the yarn through the center of the loom. Of course, now that I said that, this is the easiest it has ever been to get all the pieces of yarn through. All right, so make sure all your yarn is through, pull your knot tight, and then you are going to put the yarn into the slots. There we go. I like to alternate every other color, but really you can do it however you want, because that's what I say at least. I'm sure there's a way to make the patterns come out a specific way, but I don't know. I don't see it. Or I haven't figured it out yet. Okay. So once all your string is in the slots, you should have one empty slot left down here. You want to move your empty slot to the bottom, and then you want to count 3 strings to the left. 1, 2, 3, and you want to move that into your empty bottom slot. Then you're going to take your new empty slot, move it to the bottom again, and then you want to go 3 to the left again. 1, 2, 3. And you just keep going this way. New empty bottom slot, 1, 2, 3, until you have a good amount of bracelet done. I know you guys do not want to sit here and watch me make this entire bracelet, so I'm going to work on this off camera, and once I have a substantial amount done, I will come back and show you how to close your bracelet. Okay, so I have been working on this for about 45 minutes now. This is how much bracelet I have. I'm going to wrap it around my wrist to see if I like the length. So what I like to do is make sure that the stitching, I guess you would call it, meets the other stitching, and that's how I know that I will be able to tie the bracelet closed and be able to slide it on and off my wrist, which is a thing that I like. So I think I'm going to do a couple more stitches. So we're going to do 3 to the left again. So that's 1, 2, 3. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, and then see how when it sticks up a little bit like it just did to me, or it pulls up, you just tug down on the bottom to make this flat on the top. So let's do again. Do maybe 2 or 3 more. And that's it. So now I'm going to pull it out of my loom. So I pull all of my strings out of the slot. There we go. And then I just pull it through. Oh, I pull it through the bottom. I always really want to pull it through the top, but it doesn't work. So now I'm going to unknot the top of my bracelet. I just realized I didn't bring the scissors back with me. But I'm just going to tell you guys that you can trim off the excess string. So now I unknotted the top of my bracelet, and I have the bottom of my bracelet here. I'm going to just tie a double knot in it. This actually looks like it might be a little small for me, but that's okay, because I can just give it to my kiddo or one of the other librarians. So I'm going to double knot it, pull it tight. Let's see if I can get this one on. Yep, oh, it does come on and off. So there you go. You want to get a pair of scissors, trim this excess off, and then you are all set. That is your friendship bracelet. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, click, and share, and stick around for a list of other upcoming make and takes and a list of books to check out if you want to make other kinds of friendship bracelets. Thank you so much. Bye.